Hello and welcome to Work-Based Learning Cooperative Education Student Orientation. My name is Ms. Gibson. I will be your instructor and Work-Based Learning Cooperative Education Coordinator for this class. The orientation today will cover an overview of the Work-Based Learning Cooperative Education course expectation requirements. We will discuss attendance, tardies, and makeup work, your various assignments, student application information sheet, other required forms, your co-op timesheets, performance evaluation from your employer, grading scale, course syllabus, and computer lab schedule. And we will also discuss the instructor and student communication throughout the semester. Okay, before we get started with the overview of work-based learning, I just want to mention that you will be required to take a orientation test that you're going to be required to pass 100% accuracy. So please pay close attention to the information that is being provided because you're going to have a orientation test at the end of this session. So what is work-based learning cooperative education? This program is designed to give students supervised experience in a field of their interest. Students must meet the minimum requirements for participation and be accepted into the program. Students must have an approved work site and they will be released early from school to report to their job placement. Following enrollment in the cooperative education program, any students who have not retained an internship or apprenticeship for more than 3 weeks will be enrolled in another class for which they can receive credit. Course credit will be awarded to students per course for each 140 hours internship or apprenticeship hours at an approved training site. You will be required to complete various employment forms and assignments, which is mandatory for students to participate in the cooperative education program and to receive credit for your work off campus. The purpose and goal of the Work-Based Learning Cooperative Education program is to provide students with the opportunity to explore career development and employment. Students build on their prior knowledge, interests, and skills that enhance preparation for future career opportunity and continuing education and training. At the same time, workplace skills are reinforced in ethics and social responsibility, personal finance, technical knowledge, leadership, and teamwork. The goal of the program is to lead to further education and employment. Cooperative education will help empower students to become competitive employees and productive citizens. So in the cooperative education program and receive credit for work off campus. The prerequisites for work-based learning cooperative education are the student has had one CT, which is Career Technical Education course credit, and that could be a career preparedness class, a business technology class, documentation that the student has achieved the content objectives of career preparedness. Now we're going to take a look at student eligibility. Who are eligible for the work-based learning cooperative education program? This would be students that are at least 16 years of age, classified as a 11th or 12th grader, has good academic and disciplinary record, in good standing and on track for graduation, good attendance, and has a clearly defined career objective, and possess the knowledge, skills, behavior, qualities, and abilities required for successful employment. Employed in an internship or apprenticeship position. All students who participate in the Work-Based Learning Cooperative Education Program must be employed in either an internship or apprenticeship position. An apprenticeship or paid work experience for eligible 11th and 12th grade students where experience, hours worked, and wages earned are monitored and documented by the employer and the coordinator. Now, internships are internships positions are unpaid work experience for eligible 11th and 12th grade students where experience and hours worked are monitored also and documented by the supervisor, mentor, and the coordinator. So the difference between apprenticeship and apprenticeship is paid and internships are unpaid positions. Now we're going to look at co-op requirements. Some of the requirements are 140 hours, as mentioned earlier, clock hours of instruction to earn 1 unit of credit per course. It can be taken the course can be taken fourth and fifth block, and the fifth block is year long. So please note that the fifth block, if you take it during the fifth period, it is a year-long class, and students will earn 1 credit for that work-based learning cooperative education course after successfully completing the course requirements while enrolled in terms 1, 2, 3, and 4. And at the end of the school year in May, you will receive that credit. So keep in mind, you cannot receive a half credit because this is a 1 credit course. So a half a credit will not be earned each semester. Reporting class attendance. As you're aware, work-based learning cooperative education is a non-traditional class where you will, during your class period after our 4-day orientation, you will report directly to your job site after successfully completing the orientation. So attendance is expected. More information will be given about that on the last day of the orientation. But I do want to mention that we will be using the Canvas learning management system for our attendance and announcement. So I'll be providing additional information regarding our method of communication on the last day of our orientation. Attendance is expected and will be checked daily. I just want to reiterate that, and the absence and tardiness will be recorded. So school district policy will be followed, and you can view those policy at the website link listed here in this video clip. Okay, next we're going to look at course requirements, assignments, and documents forms. And as you can see, I've identified 10 main primary requirements and assignments and documents and forms that you're going to be required to complete during this orientation. We're going to go through each one of these on each slide and talk just a little bit about each one of these, starting with good academic attendance and disciplinary standing. In order to be successful in the work-based learning cooperative education program, you must be in good academic standing as a requirement, maintain good attendance in the class, and maintain good disciplinary standing, and always display professionalism at school and at work. Time management is so very important, managing your time wisely to complete all the course assignments and remain in good standing at your place of employment. All students will be required to complete a work-based learning cooperative education interview questionnaire. This questionnaire is located on my website. Please make sure that you type complete sentences to answer each question. All questions must be answered in type to receive credit. The next two requirements for the cooperative education program are the application and teacher recommendation. All students are required to complete an application for the co-op program and submit 3 teacher recommendations from your former teachers and submit to your co-op coordinator instructor. Students will complete the required section of the form before submitting to former teachers. All forms are required to be typed to receive credit. This next form is the co-op student information sheet. All students are also required to complete a student information sheet for the program. All forms are required to be typed to receive credit. This document provides your contact information and other information for the course. These next three forms that we're going to take a look at are your co-op policy, training agreement, and training plan. These forms are a requirement for the co-op program and must be completed as instructed on each form. All forms are required signatures as indicated in the directions. All forms are required to be typed to receive credit. Next, I'm going to give you an opportunity to look and review the work-based learning cooperative education policy. However, I do want to point out that the work-based learning program is an educational experience. Therefore, you agree to abide by the work-based learning program policies and decisions of the cooperative education teacher coordinator, including those regarding specific job placement. So, student who fails to do so, um, it can result in termination from the program. Since the training is primary objective, a student is expected to remain with the work-based learning placement in which he or she is assigned. Student may resign or change placement only with the express written permission of the cooperative education teacher coordinator and following business practice for resigning. Okay, students who fail to follow these procedures are subject to being dropped from the program. Now, please keep in mind that you are responsible for your own transportation to and back from your place of employment. Students are placed to train and are under the supervision of the cooperative education teacher coordinator, related study instructor, and training mentor where they are placed. This next requirement for the program is the co-op training agreement. And this training agreement, it identifies the student expectation, the employer expectation, the parent expectation, and the teacher coordinator expectation for the work-based learning cooperative education program. So what I'm going to do is go over the student expectation of the program, which is to comply with the rules and regulation of the work-based learning site, observes the same regulation that apply to other employees, adheres to all policy and regulation as set forth by the school administration and the cooperative education teacher coordinator. Now, this is very important. Works an average of not less than 15 hours each week. You are required to work at least an average of 15 hours a week. Say, for example, if your employer give you 10 hours one week and then come back the following week, give you 25 hours, and then you get 15 hours next week and 15 hours next week. When we average that up, that will equate to 15, an average of 15 hours or more. So you have to work an average of not less than 15 hours each week. You will receive a monthly grade on the number of average of hours that you work each week. It is a pass fail. Either you work that average of 15 hours a week and get 100, a grade of 100, or you did not, and that's a grade 0. The next requirement and expectation on this training agreement is that you will not pursue additional part-time employment while enrolled in the program, and you will not displace adult workers who can perform such work as assigned in the work-based experience. Attends an annual employer appreciation if required by the cooperative education teacher coordinator, and I will let you know if we will have one this year. Now, signatures are required by your parents, the student, and the employer. And after you type this document and you receive all of your signatures, secured all of your signatures, then you will submit that back in to me. The next required form is the Work-Based Learning Cooperative Education Training Plan. The training plan is an agreement between the student worker and the employer outlining the duties and responsibilities of the job. The student will have their employer to complete the form, and the student will turn in the form to the assignment drop box located outside my classroom in room 111. Now we're going to take a look at completing our timesheets. First of all, I want to go over the expectation to receive full credit for your assignment. All assignments must be professionally typed and submitted on the required forms, and the timesheets will be located either in Canvas and on my website. No handwritten documents will be accepted. You must secure both signatures. The student signature and the employer signature must be on the timesheet. You must complete your work schedule, calculate your hours worked, and your hourly rate must be identified. Staple both your timesheet and pay stub together before submitting to the assignment Dropbox. All assignments must be turned in on the due date, and the due date is the last school day of each month. And we'll go over the assignment due dates a little bit later on in this video session. Now this is the assignment drop box, which is located outside my classroom door, and all of your work schedule, timesheet, and pay stubs will be turned into the assignment drop box located outside of my classroom. Now there are 2 timesheets posted on my website and in Canvas. The apprenticeship, which is the paid employment, and the internship, unpaid employment. And please complete the timesheet that applies to you. Make sure that you type it. Make sure that you secure all signatures before you turn in the assignment. Now, the next required assignment by the State Department is the Cooter Assessment, and I've identified the website. If you are a new user, you will follow the steps on creating a new account and creating a username and password. The activation code is listed here. Now, the 3 assessments that you're going to be required to complete are the interest survey, the confidence survey, and the work ethics survey. So you must complete all 3 of the assessment. Once you complete all 3 of the assessment, please follow the steps on printing all 3 of the assessment to turn in to the assignment Dropbox. Now, you will have to take a workplace safety test as part of the state requirement for the cooperative education program. There will be a review PowerPoint on workplace safety that's on my website, and also it will be posted in Canvas. Upon completing the workplace safety review, you will complete an exit workplace safety test. You are required to score 100% accuracy on this test. If not, you will be required to review the workplace safety PowerPoint again and retake the test until you have scored 100% accuracy. Before turning in your test grade, please make sure you have your name and the date and make sure it's 100% before you turn it in. Okay, this is a pass fail test and you must score 100% on it. Next, we're going to discuss the performance evaluation. Now, each student employer will provide the instructor a job performance evaluation once each grading period. So this will count as a grade and a semester exam grade for term 1 and for term 2. So no written semester exams will be administered to the co-op students. Students will report to their work site for my class during exam period for term 1 and term 2. So please keep in mind that your performance on the job will be calculated into your final grade for the course. Just to go back and revisit the class assignments, all assignments must be typed. Written assignments will not be accepted for this class. Late penalty. Late assignments will receive a 10-point deduction for the first 3 days the assignment is late. After the first 3 days, on the fourth day, there will be 5 points deducted each day from your assignment final grade until the assignment has been turned in. So please, let's be responsible young adults and turn in your assignments on time. The grading scale for this class as following. A equals 90 to 100, B 80 to 90, C 70 to 79, D 60 to 69, and anything below a 60 is an F. These next few slides identify the assignments and due dates, which you will also receive a copy of those doing the orientation, a hard copy, and it will also be posted on my website and in Canvas. If you notice, the first test that you will complete is the orientation test, which is going to be completed after you finish this video session orientation. So please keep in mind you must score 100% on the orientation test. Now the course syllabus will be posted on my website and also in Canvas, and all students will receive a course syllabus hard copy outlining the expectation of the course, and most of this information was provided in the orientation video session. All students will be required to sign the document related to the course during the work-based learning orientation scheduled August 11th through the 16th. The orientation test. Upon completing the cooperative education orientation video session, you will complete an exit slip orientation test. Again, as mentioned earlier, you are required to score 100% accuracy on this test. If not, you will be required to review the orientation video session again and retake the test. Please complete the orientation test, print your test, and turn in to the assignment box. Make sure you have scored 100% on the test and your name is on the test before turning it in. I have identified the Cooperative Education Computer Lab schedule for my classroom, which is Mondays 12 to 3 p.m. and Tuesday 11:30 to 12:30, or by scheduled appointment. Now you can always use the computers in the Northridge Library Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 3:20 to complete any required documents for this class. If you have any questions or concern about the program or the class, or any concerns on the job, please contact me at bgibson@tuscaloosacityschools.com, or you can use the Canvas message to send me a message, or if you would like to schedule an appointment to discuss any concerns or just to um, check on your grade, please contact me to set up an appointment. Again, my office hours are Monday 12 to 3 p.m. and Tuesday 11:30 to 12:30, or by scheduled appointment. I look forward to having you a part of the Work-Based Learning Cooperative Education program. And if you have any questions concerned about the program, your grades, or on the job site, please feel free to contact me via email or Canvas message.